Hi guys, we're on vrm24.com and today we're going to assemble Samsung Galaxy Note 20 5G. First of all, we need to remove the card tray. For this we use a special tool inserted into the hole and carefully push out the card tray. Please note that the tray is located at the top. After that, we need to heat the surface of the back cover to a temperature of about 70 degrees Celsius or 160 degrees Fahrenheit. For this we use a heating mat, you can use a hair dryer. And after 5 to 7 minutes, we can move on to detaching the back cover. To detach the back cover, we use a thin plastic film. We insert it into the gap between the back cover and the middle cover and gently run it along the edge, cutting off the adhesive base. It is always necessary to be careful in the camera area so as not to damage the lenses. And also need to be careful in the area of the side buttons, because in these places may be located cables. Also, I want to say that this phone had been disassembled before us, and your experience may be quite different from ours. So we carefully pass along the edge of the cover. The back cover we have may be additionally glued in the area of the cameras, so we need to be careful. And we open the back cover. On the back cover, as we can see, the microphone is located. After that, we need to unscrew the screws at the top. For this we use a 1.5mm Phillips screwdriver or a Phillips #3O. Now we remove the screws that will stop us from detaching the cover at the top. And we can disconnect the wireless charging connector and we detach the small cover with the NFC and wireless charging and flip it to the side. Then with a non-metal tool we disconnect the battery connector and move on to removing the screws at the bottom. For this we also use a 1.5mm Phillips screwdriver or Phillips #3O. Please note that this phone doesn't have a S Pen. If you have one, it is best to take it out at your first chance, just in case. So we unscrew the last screws and place them on a special surface separately from the previous ones. Then we need to detach the cover at the bottom. Gently hook the edge, lift it up and remove the cover together with the NFC and wireless charging. After that, we can disconnect the connector on the subboard and remove the interboard cable. We can disconnect the other connectors on the subboard and motherboard. After that, we need to unscrew the screws that hold the charging port and hold the subboard. For this, we also use a 1.5mm Phillips screwdriver. It is best to place the screws separately from the previous ones, as they are different. We carefully remove the screws, place on a special surface. The screws are black, small, obviously different from the previous ones. And after removing the screws, we can detach the subboard. We find the right place where we hook, lift, remove the subboard with a microphone and other elements. After that, we can carefully remove the interboard cable with a charging port. We carefully hook it by the bottom, and it is extremely important not to damage the cable. After that, we need to unscrew another screw that holds the connector of the cable to the display. We carefully unscrew the screw, taking it aside, Then we need to turn the display cable over, disconnect the connector on the inside, and we can remove the display cable. And now traditional quick test of the microphone hole. This model has the 3 microphones. The microphones that are located at the top and bottom, their microphone holes are L-shaped. The bodies of the microphones are located on the boards, on the opposite side from the microphone hole. The microphone holes are protected by the membranes, so if we insert something into the microphone hole, we won't be able to damage the microphone. But the third microphone is located on the back cover. If we insert something into the microphone hole, we can pierce the body of the microphone through. And we move on to disconnecting the connectors on the motherboard. We disconnect the connector for the S Pen, we disconnect the connector for the buttons. We also need to unscrew the screws at the top that we haven't unscrewed yet, that hold the cameras, that hold the motherboard. We carefully unscrew them, remove them to a special surface. If we have screws that don't come out well, we can additionally use a magnetizer. If we have screws that get stuck, we can use tweezers. After that, we detach the cover with an air speaker and antennas. And we can unscrew another screw that secures the cameras. Carefully unscrew the screw, we put it aside separately from the previous ones just in case. After that, we can disconnect the front camera. We find the right place where we can gently hook, lift and remove the front camera. Usually the front camera is very firmly glued. And finally we move on to detaching the motherboard. As always, we find the right place where we can gently pry, lift and remove the motherboard. Next, we need to turn the motherboard over and detach the cameras. Carefully hold the cameras so that the cameras don't accidentally fly out and we don't damage the lenses. We disconnect the connectors, lift it up and remove the camera assembly. We put the cameras aside. So this is the end of our disassembly. Thank you for watching and see you around. And don't forget to subscribe.
Okay guys, now we're done. Thank you for watching. If you like what we do, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel or read our articles on our website. Take care of yourself and until next time.